Hello friend, welcome to Zuzucorn's Expert Mode Summoner Progression Guide. In this series, I aim to show you a recommended gear and boss progression for Terraria 1.4. I'm Zuzucorn and I aim to entertain you, encourage you and offer you a place to call home. So subscribe now and join the Zuzucorn family. Last time, we defeated the Brain of Cthulhu and skipped right to Hellstone, obtaining the Molten Armor and Imp Staff. Today, we can finally take on the Bee Queen to obtain our first ever Summoner Armor. The first thing I want to do today is to set up a Elevator. This basically means a straight path all the way to the underworld. I'll be doing it on the left side over here. Making one is really simple. All you need is lots and lots of dynamite. So here we go, spending all the gold we have on dynamite. It's really easy, just go to where you want to build this, and then throw the dynamite upwards so it lands where you want it to. Then just do this all the way till you reach the underworld. Well, not far down and we've already found a chest. We still haven't got our Hermes Boots yet. An umbrella. Well, that's free money I guess. About halfway down the world, we have another chest over here. Whoa, finally! I've been looking for these like forever. So we finally got our Hermes Boots. And with this, we can actually take on the Eye of Cthulhu already. By some miracle, a Nymph actually spawned, which is real nice. A Nymph is a rare enemy which has a 100% chance to drop the metal detector in expert mode. So that would help us out a lot when we are looking for chests and hard mode ores later on. A quick detour here. The travelling merchant actually came. He's not selling much though. I think I'll get the lifeform analyzer. That helps us find rare enemies and NPCs as well. I would get the building accessories, but I don't have any money. So another time I guess. Oh, looks like we've got a Goblin Army coming up. That's actually perfect. It means that we can unlock the Goblin Tinkerer, who's really important because of the reforging mechanic. Let's finish up the elevator and deal with those. There! Just in time for the army to arrive as well. In expert mode, the Goblin Army is much tougher and the enemies have more health and defense. With the Imp Staff and Snapthorn however, it shouldn't be too difficult. If you notice, the Imp Staff pierces enemies with its attacks, which is great for dealing with hordes of enemies like the Goblin Army. If you want, you can summon the Imp Staff over and over again as well, which allows you to control how the beam fires. Every time you re-summon the Imp, it shoots off a beam. So by summoning it repeatedly, you can manually control the beams. Well, now that that's done, I might want to try out setting up a gemcorn farm. Gemcorns are a low effort, moderate reward farm, but it takes a while to set up. Amber and diamond ones are the most valuable ones, so I'll be crafting those. Oh, the lifeform analyzer actually showed us where the stylist is. This is great, cause we need to find a spider biome. The stylist is always found bound in the spider biome. So this will help us find it. There it is. Let's light it up. The reason the spider biome is so important is because it has the first hard mode summoner gear that we can go for. The hard mode enemies will be extremely tough, so we have to prepare and build a farming zone before we defeat the Wall of Flesh. We'll get all of that set up in the next episode. Now I'm going to set up a Cavern Pylon in this area as well. It's not too far from the spider biome and it's a nice open area. I'll use some sticky dynamite to blow up the area, just for more space. There, this is alright. I'll be setting up the gemcorn farm over here as well, maybe towards the left side. Well, things are coming along. Simple houses, purely for function. Okay, there we go, looks alright. To set up a gemcorn farm, all you need is to plant the gemcorns on stone blocks, at least 3 blocks apart. Eventually, you expand this greatly, but it's a small amount of passive income for now. Alright, with the Demolitionist and Goblin Tinkerer in here, the Tinkerer actually sells the Cavern Pylon. That's great, so one more pylon has been set up. Let's go for the Eye of Cthulhu next. You can do this anytime you get the Hermes Boots or any equivalent. I still recommend getting the Imp Staff first though, just to make it easier for you. The arena is pretty simple, just make 2 rows of platforms like this. Make sure to add a campfire as well. So when you're ready, buff up and summon the Eye. At this point, the boss is relatively simple, just run along and stay ahead of it. The Snapthorn does a pretty good AoE, so the Servants of Cthulhu shouldn't be a problem. Just take note that he's faster than in normal world. The real fight starts after he transforms. After doing a few of his slower dashes, he will do a few rapid dashes. This is the part that's dangerous. Thankfully, it's easy to avoid if you have the Hermes Boots. At top speed, you'll be able to dodge every single dash. As his health decreases, the dashes get faster and more insane, so just be prepared. It's almost dead, I'm just gonna tank through it for now. Nice! There we go, we finally defeated the Eye of Cthulhu. So the Eye actually drops one of the most important expert mode accessories, the Shield of Cthulhu. This is a shield that allows you to dash when you double tap a direction key. During the dash, you are also invincible, so a well-timed dash will allow you to avoid enemy attacks. I've got 3 more summoning totems, so I'll just farm a few more till morning. Well, good morning! It's time to sell our loot drops. The Eye drops lots of Crimtane or Demonite, and well, combined with some of my leftovers from the Brain of Cthulhu, I've got a stack worth almost 50 gold. Ever since 1.4 removed AFK lava farms, we have to go back to the traditional way of boss farming for money now. With this, we won't be needing money anytime soon. Since we've got money and the Goblin Tinkerer unlocked, I recommend combining your Hermes Boots with the Rocket Boots for the Spectre Boots at the Tinkerer's Workshop. Then combine that with an Anklet of the Wind and an Aglet for the Lightning Boots. This is a great boot upgrade as it increases your movement speed. Let's go for the Bee Queen now. I've built a jungle house as well, so that we can set up a pylon here. It's mostly mahogany and bamboo. I have to say though, the bamboo furniture and lanterns look pretty good. I've moved the painter and stylist in, and they seem to be okay enough to sell me the pylon, so that's great. I'll set my spawn point here as well, just in case we die. Previously, I found a hive already, so let's now penetrate into the hive. So as always, make sure you're careful, because it's easy to accidentally break the larvae and summon the Bee Queen. Let's set up a quick arena here. All we need are a few platforms. The Bee Queen dashes a lot, and having the platforms will help us avoid them. Remember the campfires as well. So as always, buff up and summon the Queen Bee. Apart from the faster and more numerous dashes, the Queen Bee also shoots stingers at you at a pretty high rate. If you manage to find a Beezor before this, you can equip that. It protects you from getting poisoned by the stingers, which does get annoying. It's a good thing that we have the molten armor though, which makes it more forgiving if you mess up, thanks to the higher defense stat. Look, she's dashing so fast at low health. The stingers will start getting really rapid as well. It might take a while for you to get back up on your feet. She's almost down. Just a little bit more. Nice, finally! She drops many useful things in her treasure bag, and her expert accessory is the Hive Pack, which strengthens friendly bees. What we're after is the beeswax, which is used to craft summoner armor. Crafting the full set of armor will always require you to defeat the Queen Bee twice, so I recommend crafting the breastplate and the helmet first. These 2 pieces give you an additional minion, meaning that you can summon 3 imps now. So with our 3 imps, let's go for another Queen Bee. We are not going to find another hive. Instead, we'll summon her using her summoning item. I brought some water buckets with me. Look, when water meets honey, you get solid honey blocks. So craft an abomination using 5 honey blocks, 1 stinger, 5 hive blocks and 1 bottled honey, which the Queen Bee drops, or you can craft by having empty bottles while standing near honey. So same old process again, but do take note that with the Bee Armour, our defense is now lower. This means that you can kill the Bee Queen much faster, but it also means that messing up is slightly less forgiving. Use the loadout that you're more comfortable with. Well, there we go. I much prefer the faster kill time, but whatever works for you, huh? With that, we now have enough beeswax for the whole set now. I've been exploring a little too, and I managed to find the water walking boots. These are great because they are a component in the all-new lava waders, which allow you to walk on lava without taking any damage. It's also used to craft the new Terra Spark boots, which is something we'll definitely go for ASAP. And somehow we managed to find the jungle temple entrance, which is surprisingly unobstructed. Usually the temple is deep inside somewhere and we have to dig for it. But well, this is great too, I guess. And with a full set of Bee Armour, we now have 3 minions and a pretty good boost to our minion damage as well. We are now prepared for the Wall of Flesh. However, we have to set up a few vital structures and farms before we enter hard mode. We also have to take down Expert Skeletron as well. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon too, so you won't miss the next important episode of our Expert Summoner Progression Guide. This has been Zuzucorn Games. Have a nice day and have a great week ahead. Bye bye!